What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. Important EIDL grant and 24 months of working capital update. It is Monday, August the 9th, 2021. Please do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up. Hashtag EIDL with your comments below. And don't forget, I am fighting like hell as we speak over on Twitter at Try Small Biz. That's at Try Small Biz, where I am trying to get you and your family every ounce of money that you deserve. And in the last few hours, we've all learned on this very long and tiring Monday afternoon that crazy Nancy Pelosi, half of you can't stand her, but she's in fact our greatest ally as we speak with respect to the targeted and the supplemental advance. What did just happen coming out of the House Oversight and Reform Committee with respect to your 4506T requirement? Is it about to get the boot? And how many regions are in fact in the United States of America with respect to the SBA? And if they've closed their doors to person-to-person contact because of the Delta variant, how can you still get through reconsideration and get a hold of your money? All that and more. So ladies and gentlemen, grab yourself a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine, whiskey on a big rock. Here we go. All right. I had a birthday party last night. It was a dinner party. Carolyn, she doesn't watch my YouTubes that much. Older lady, kind of like a grandma meets ma. Tremendous cook, beautiful house. Two of my friends. One had a birthday yesterday, another one's got one tomorrow. The food was amazing, but so were the adult beverages. So I didn't get much sleep last night, and then I had to work my ass off. I'm trying to make sense of all this. So if I look or sound like a train wreck, now you know why. And by the way, you know what's not a train wreck? Right here. How many of you saw the LA Rams practice where the Dallas Cowboys totally tore apart the LA Rams, and when Connor Williams, our starting left guard / center, it appears at times, body slams Aaron Darnold, who some say is the greatest lineman to ever play the game, totally kicked his ass. So I am feeling much better about my Dallas Cowboys as we roll into Speak and Seize territory for the opener a few Thursdays from now when the Cowboys go to the Bucs in Tampa. It's going to be off the chart. More on that later, ladies and gentlemen. How about all the Cowboy haters? There's got to be some thumbs down. There's got to be some lovers out there too, right? I feel much better. By the way, Dak was throwing a little bit today. They said it, he's got this lighter football, but he should be ready not for the Arizona game on Friday, but I think it's the Texans the week after that. All right. I just was outside talking to a neighbor, so if I look like shit and I'm sweating, now you know why. All right, hurry up, Jason. All right, Nancy Pelosi, crazy Nancy Pelosi, is probably our greatest ally as we speak. If you remember last year, Darth Vader, Mr. Mitch McConnell, right? For those of you that are new, that's Mitch McConnell's soul. He's Darth Vader. It's like tumbleweed through the desert. He doesn't care about anyone. He doesn't care about himself, his wife, his great state of Kentucky. He certainly doesn't give a flying fuck about small business or EIDL. In fact, I never heard him say a damn word about EIDL in his entire tenure last year. But if you remember, crazy Nancy put the screws to him on two occasions when she refused to call up a bill that passed through the Senate until she got what she wanted. Well, she's doing the same thing right now to her own kind in Chuck Schumer. Nancy just came out again about an hour ago and said, I'm not calling the infrastructure bill, which still has one more vote, by the way, to get through the Senate. The procedural vote last night passed 68-29 with one or two absent or abstaining. It still has to go one more round, but it's going to pass, I would say, within the next 4 or 5 days. But Nancy's saying, I'm not bringing it up on the House floor, just like she did to McConnell last year, until she gets a vote on the $3.5 trillion infrastructure deal. Now, according to the odds makers, she's 4 or 5 votes short right now with respect to the $3.5 trillion. So not only does she not have the votes, apparently, for something of that size, but she's refusing to call the infrastructure bill to the floor until she gets an agreement. They'll probably knock it down to $2.5 trillion or something like that. And then a month, 2 months from now, maybe even longer, both of them get through the House and the Senate, and President Biden signs the bill. So what does that mean to everybody who's watching, particularly if you're in a low-income community? It means the targeted Eidl advance and the supplemental continues to roll along. If you saw the last video, they're still processing 15,000 to 20,000 targeted EIDLs a week. Many of you write to me. You can see it all over the walls when I go, woo-hoo, people are getting funded on the 24 months of capital like crazy. That's going 20 times faster. There's a lot of good things that are happening. But if you're in a low-income community and you haven't applied, do it right now. The good news is it's only taken 2 to at most 3 weeks to get through the entire process. If you applied months ago or you're in what they call reevaluation, which is a fancy way of saying reconsideration, you need to call Monday and Thursday and Tuesday and Friday. Hi, it's me again. I applied on such and such date. I've been calling twice a week now for 3 months. I need to speak to a supervisor. Can't do that, sir. Okay. I need you to notate my account once again. Can you answer this? Can you answer that? There's supposed to be a new customer service hotline this week. I'll believe it when I see it. Where they're going to be able to say, okay, it looks like so-and-so has your file. We need such and such. If you can send that over right now, I anticipate you can be approved within 7 to 10 days. That is supposed to be what's coming. In fact, there's the Maloney Amendment in the House that pretty much requires that the SBA upgrade their customer service to that level, but that's going to take a month or two. So stay tuned. But the most important thing you need to keep in mind, if you're low income, whether you already applied or you're going to right now, sorry, if you're middle or high like me, we're still fucked. We've been fucked for over a year. We need a new law, a new bill, or an executive order. We'll talk about that more later. But if you're in the system right now, don't fret. Nancy Pelosi is, in fact, our greatest ally. And I never thought I'd say, hey, crazy Nancy, slow it down. Drag your feet as long as it takes for everyone who's watching me right now, and probably a couple 100,000 more around this country, to get upwards of $15,000 by way of the targeted and the supplemental advance. All right. What did, for those of you that want 24 months of working capital, what did the House of Representatives Committee on Oversight and Reform, I just got this minutes ago, so bear with me, say to the IRS with respect to your 4506T? There's a lot of people watching right now that are being held up by their loan officer in underwriting because the IRS is backlogged. They have not processed everyone's taxes from 2019's revenue. Well, this goes off to the Honorable Charles Rettig. He's the guy that's running the IRS as we speak. This was written by Jody Heiss. She is the ranking member. I believe it's a she. Could be a he. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me in the comments. And Andrew Clyde, who's also a ranking member. I skimmed through this quickly. I'll put it in the top comment. It basically says, purpose of this letter is to inquire about the current backlog at the IRS, blah, blah, blah. Particularly to those who are eligible for the EIDL loan through the Small Business Administration, yet lingering delays in obtaining the necessary documents from the IRS continue, blah, blah, blah. Small businesses is suffering. It's basically a scathing couple of paragraphs. Unfortunately, applicants who did not have this information from the IRS have been denied EIDL loans due to claims of insufficient evidence or unverifiable fucking information. At least they're on top of it, right? Finally, by the end of May filing season, more than 35 million federal returns are in backlog. I told you that a few weeks ago. This raises concern about the IRS's ability to deliver funds to small businesses that do qualify for Eidl, to make arrangements for a briefing or ask any questions regarding it. So look, they're basically putting them on notice that, look, we can't have the 4506T delays anymore. And I just saw another video from Builder right before I came on. Some of the loan officers in the Office of Capital Access, which are going 20 times faster than the prior outfit are going, are asking for 2018 and 19 bank statements if your 4506T is not available. In other words, they're bending over backwards in some cases to get you through the system, to get you approved, and to get you funded, as I said for most of you, by October the 1st. Now that is a first for me. I have not heard much of any of them being willing to take 2018 and 19 bank statements in lieu of 4506T. But what I have said for many, many weeks is many of the loan officers, at least half, probably 2/3 now because we're in the Capital Access Division, they're taking a stamped copy from the IRS on your transcript. You go down to a local IRS office. Hopefully they're not closed. I'll allude to that in a second with respect to reconsideration in the SBA. You get a stamped copy, TAC, Tom, Allen, Charlie. 2/3 of the loan officers in Capital Access are taking that. But apparently now some, if you don't have that, they're willing to take your 2018 and 19 bank statements. I'm sure you're going to have to explain what's what. Please pardon the incoming call. Hopefully that didn't fuck up my video. Should have had it on airplane mode, I know. So anyway, this committee is on top of the IRS. That's another good sign. Things are moving in the right direction. All right. We also learned this morning that Atlanta and many other offices are now closed because of the resurgence of the Delta variant. Now, some have been closed for many, many months, but Atlanta was open just a few weeks ago. As of this morning, as I learned from someone who went down there, and I pinned a copy of that photo that's on their door, they're closed. I also hear closings in Washington, in Virginia, in Maine. It looks to me, although not totally, largely Democrat cities and states are closing down again. We're in semi-lockdown. In places of Texas, they refuse to close for just about anything. Much of Florida is still open. Some of you in Jacksonville sent me information that you were able to get to the SBA local district in Florida today. So call up, and this is how you can do it. Go to SBA.gov. I'll put this in the top comment. SBA.gov/offices/regional, and then the number 1, 2, 3, 4. But here's how you do it. I is 1, I is 2, I is 3, IV is 4. I happen to be in 4. In region 4, and region 1 starts in Maine, is Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. In the lower right-hand corner, you will see the main address and phone number for your region. So again, one more time, if you're in reconsideration, and the SBA in their frequently asked page last week or so, they said go to your local office to get through reconsideration. It might be able to cut your times in half. Well, the Delta is surging, the variant is surging in much of this country, and they're closing down again. So here's what you do. Go to SBA.gov//offices/regional, and then the number 1, 2, 3, 4. It's I. You get it. In the lower right-hand corner, it says connect with us. Region 4 is 233 Peachtree Street, Northeast, Suite 1800. For those of you that are in Atlanta, this is the regional contact for Region 4. Atlanta, Georgia, phone number 404-331-4999. So that's not the 800 number. So, simply put, I will put this in the top comment. If you're in reconsideration, call your local office, find out what region you're in. Ask them if they're open. If they're open, you're going to want to go down, bring all your documentation. They'll fix any problems you have, get you through reconsideration quickly. If they're not able to open up, they've closed person-to-person contact, you call this regional number and you leave them a voicemail if someone doesn't answer. You say, hey, I was referred by the SBA. They told me to come down to my local office to get help with my reconsideration on my Eidl loan increase. I see as of a week ago or as of today, you're not allowing anyone to come in. So I need someone to call me back so I can schedule an appointment. Maybe they'll do calls. Maybe they'll do a Zoom or a Teams. I don't have the answer. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, once again, for a Monday morning or a Monday afternoon now, we have made progress. The IRS is being alerted that they need to do something about the 4506T. Nancy Pelosi, by dragging her feet, is actually going to help us get more people funded on the targeted, Eidl, and supplemental advance. And because the Democrats do not need a single Republican vote in this $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation, there's no reason why Big Ben fucking Cardin can't slide $48 billion into the restaurant revitalization. And Ben, as I told you again this afternoon, how about $15 billion for S513? So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will do my best to get you and your family this money. Always remember, I love each and every single one of you, and thank you so much for watching.